What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another tutorial. In this one we are going to be putting together a simple puzzle in Unreal Engine 5. We're going to be starting it off a little bit different. What I want to do is map out my puzzle beforehand before I hop into blueprints, reduce the amount of mistakes that I'm going to have. So first I need to decide what type of puzzle I want to make, and for this one I'm going to keep it real easy. So I'm thinking just like a moving door or a button type setup. So first what we're going to do, have our player here, and then we'll have our button, and then we'll have our door. Now to make it a little more interesting here, I'm going to be adding a fourth character here. This one's going to just be a block that the player can move around to activate the door. So basically like the very first puzzle you get in Portal. So the player can either activate the button, or the player can use the block to activate the button. And the button will then communicate with the door. So what I'm going to use to communicate with the door, it's going to be an event dispatcher. There we go. And because we're using the block, we're going to need one for close as well. Okay, so the basic idea is when the block is on the button, it will open the door, but when the block is off the button, the door will shut. And this will be the basic idea for the puzzle. Something real simple. Nothing too complicated. And yeah, let's just leave it like that. Alright, here we are in a new project. And let's get started with this puzzle. First thing we're going to do is build the door. We're going to use this little piece right here. So we'll select it, hold Alt, and the left mouse button, drag it over. There we go. And we'll do the same thing for our button. We'll steal this, shrink it down. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to grab our button up here at the top, convert selection to blueprint class. Just click select. Alright. So first we'll make a sphere collision. Put this into place here. Let's do 50, 50. $100. Increase the size of our collision so it fits the square. Yeah, that's right. Save that, go to the event graph. Click our sphere collision up here. We'll come down here in the details, begin overlap, and end overlap. Okay, then we'll create a couple of event dispatchers. Open and close. call the open. Call the close on end overlap. And there we go, that's all we need to do there. Alright. Select our door. And the same thing we did before, convert selection to blueprint class. This one doesn't need a collision. Begin play. We'll get actor of class. We'll select our button. Uh-oh, what'd we call it? Yeah, let's probably name it something I could remember. BP button. And BP door. Here we go. And we'll promote it to a variable. Call it button. Button ref. Button ref. Okay, and after that we will get that dispatcher. Get the other dispatcher. Connect these two here. Create a custom event. Open. Custom event. Close. We'll get some space here. And what we want to do is tell our door, which is going to be a static mesh component, to move out of the way. So grab our static mesh. Move component to. And do that twice. Alright. So our target location is going to be from where the static mesh component is, plus world location, and we'll add 500. Do that one more time. World location. Well, minus 500. Just like that. I think we're all set to go. Alright, let's see. We'll test this out here. Something's not working. Oh, this would, yeah, okay, here we go. So, we need to set it to movable. So it wants to move it, but I can't because it's set to static. Switch that to movable. Come back in. Here we go. Awesome. So there's our simple mechanic here. All set up and nice. But we're going to add a little extra layer of difficulty here. Leave this cube in here. So right now we can't get out until we push this cube onto. Oh, Oh, here we go. So in order to use the cube, we have to make sure our generate overlap events is turned on. That way we don't need a sphere collision. Okay, let's get this cube into place. We can. Oh, there we go. We did it. We won the game. Alright, that was pretty easy. But I bet we could add another layer of difficulty on that. So once you get past the first one, let's say there's a second wall. A second wall after that. But this one will be connected to a second button. Now we could do a bunch of extra coding and use the same blueprint and just be able to identify, add some kind of identifying variable so that it knows which door is what. But for right now, we're just gonna duplicate them, change the names, and that way they'll work independently. So first off, we'll grab the button, duplicate it. Button 1's fine. Go ahead and delete these dispatchers and create new ones. Open 2. Close 2. We'll call these in here. Yeesh. There we go. Go back to our content folder. We'll duplicate our door. This one will be a little more work here. So we can't do that. We could change our button reference to button 1. We'll need a new variable. Button 1 ref. Here we go. We'll do that. We'll bind event open 2. And then we'll bind event close 2. Get rid of that one. Plug that in. Plug that in. Plug that in. Compile. Save. And we are good to go. Let's set this up. So our door 2 is going to go right here, roughly. Button. Go right here. So when we hop in, we're like, oh, that opens that. And that opens that. So first thing we'll have to do is get this cube into place. There we go. How do we open this door? Oh, there's a cube. Take our time here. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't enable overlap events on this cube, so it's not gonna work. There it is, overlap events. And what we could do to make it a little easier to move, so we can adjust the mass. So grab that. Down to 100's fine. Should be a lot easier to move. Boop, boop. There we go. Thank you. Cube number 2. It's a lot easier. Slides. There we go. Oh. Uh-oh. So we need to make our collision sphere a little bit bigger. Alright, yay. We did it. And you could use that method to continue the same puzzle style a million times over. You could set them on a timer so that they fall instead of hang in the air. So like, they have no close event. Just eliminate the close event, basically. And say delay for 4 seconds. Oh, let's play it in here. Okay. Now we got 4 seconds to make it through. 2, 3, 4. Boom. Shuts. Now we're trapped. We could do 3 seconds. It's like enough time. Like just enough time. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, I forgot my keys. Alright. Cool. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope that helps you out with maybe understanding the event dispatchers a little bit better and how you could use them to communicate with the other blueprints. Just remember you do need that. Here we go, on the door. You gotta get that cast out of the way so you can have the reference for these bind events. Otherwise they won't be able to find them. But always do that at the beginning of your event begin play, so that way it doesn't suck up a whole lot of memory doing it within the code. Because maybe you have to do it multiple times, you just want to make sure that gets out of the way at the very beginning. As well as your other events. So yeah, there you go. You know what we could do? We can have it... Nah, screw it. Alright, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. Peace out, everybody.